All right, good morning, everyone. Welcome to the After 9 show with Mike, Lisa, and Lulu this morning to start things off until she wants to get out of here, which she has in the last couple minutes. We've been ready for the show.
Is that a Christmas sweater?
It is a beautiful Christmas sweater that she's wearing. Here, you can't really see it on the front, but on the back, you got some little decor on the back. Fresh from her spa day yesterday. Got a little haircut, nail trim, all that stuff. So Lulu's ready to go for Christmas and for Santa. Right, Lulu?
She's ready for the holidays.
She's ready to be put down. Okay.
She's like, okay, all right. My God.
She hates being held like that.
How does she like being held at all?
No, not overly. Oh, Lulu, as she's gotten older, is less cuddly. It's weird. I thought that she'd become more cuddly. She used to lay on top of me, lay on my side, and I'd be on my side. She'd lay on my side on the couch and stuff like that. Now, not much. Not much.
Wow.
So, yeah. Cora wants to know, Jim Richards' show, was it canceled? They aired Evan Solomon overnight instead. Yeah, I noticed that as well. I think it's just I think Jim is filling in Toronto.
Yeah.
For holiday breaks, and usually the great David Cooper has been filling in for Jim. He must not be available, so it's okay, what else can we do? Let's just re-roll the Evan Solomon show.
I want to know if Cora ever sleeps.
Yeah, Cora listens to the station 24 hours a day. Mm-hmm. Yeah, good for you, Cora. Thank you. All right, so there we go. We're off and running, and one of the things I wanted to talk about this morning is, what did I want to talk about this morning? It seems like forever ago that I put this our little status up. Oh, I wanted to talk about this. Something we talked about on the show this morning that people may have missed was something that has been getting a lot of attention, and this may make a great gift for someone. Feather Hat Guy action figure.
Yeah, this we talked about earlier on the show today about how people love to be nostalgic, right? You love to have discussions with people the same age as you. Remember this from back in the day or this from back in the day. And, even when you think of stuff like that or things that remind you of your youth, nostalgic things, it kind of puts you in a good mood. Well, there is this site that produces things locally. I think it's here in London or Toronto and Detroit, that kind of thing.
Yeah, BB branded.
No.
Isn't it?
No.
Oh no, it's I'm sorry, I got the wrong the wrong site. BB branded is another company, but this is Brand Dead.
Yeah. Brand Dead. BRAND DEAD. And you can find all kinds of nostalgic T-shirts with, things on it like, Canada Tavern or things from your youth, Bentleys or whatever. And, Feather Hat Man or Feather Hat Guy, as we like to call him, is one of those nostalgic characters from our community. I love it.
Yeah, I love it too. I mean, it's really cool. Even right to the packaging's very authentic.
Kimberly says that's Ron, Feather Hat Guy.
Yeah, Ron, Feather Hat Guy. But everybody knows him as Feather Hat Guy.
I think they should have said Feather Hat Guy instead of man.
Yeah, I don't like the man. So we posted the link if you want to check out all the stuff they have.
Kimberly, how do you know he moved to Toronto?
What?
And Jacintha telling us that Rare Apparel has some nostalgic things as well.
Oh, okay.
That's great. Good to know. Thank you.
Very nice. Very nice. Okay, well, there you go. There's Feather Hat Guy, the action figure this morning. If you want to check that out. It is sold out, by the way. And according to Brand Dead, they are giving some of the proceeds from the sales of Feather Hat Guy action figure to Ron. Feather Hat Guy. I don't know that. I never heard that he moved to Toronto. There's no way.
Why? Why?
He's a legend here.
He is a legend here. Now I remember at one point there was a magazine that did an article on Ron, Feather Hat Guy, and they gave him a makeover at the same time. And at this was a couple of decades ago.
Oh, a while ago. Okay.
if not longer. But I mean, I remember Feather Hat Guy from my bar days downtown. Seriously, so he has been around a long time, a fixture for sure in the downtown area. Um, but I remember them doing the before and after picture, and I have to say, he was a pretty handsome guy in his
Oh,
day.
really? Yeah, they cleaned him up and.
Yeah, yeah, and shaved him up and all of that. So good for Ron.
All right, good stuff. Yeah, okay. Michael, thank you very much. Yeah, Dr. Sheila, regular contributor to our program. We love Dr. Sheila. She was commenting this morning on our program, and I would assume it'll be on our podcast at am800cklw.com soon, about drivers as they get older, your parents, elderly drivers, taking away their license, and what advice she had for people in that situation.
Yeah, and Dr. Sheila's great because I think she lives in Leamington or Kingsville, and she's a family physician, and she listens every morning, and she walks every morning early, so she'll be walking and listening to us at the same time, and often texts us and comments. And yesterday, when we were really focusing on the elderly and having older parents and how you tell them they shouldn't drive anymore and the problems that come along with it. And she texted us saying, "Oh man, do I have some stories." And so we got her back on today, and she runs a memory clinic and talked about how difficult it is. Like as she said, it's such a hard thing for people to hear, like, I'm going to have to take your license away or recommend that I do or that it's done. She said sometimes they take that harder than being told they have cancer. Like for a lot of people, having your license taken away and your independence in many cases is worse than a serious medical diagnosis.
Yeah, and tough on you, like the kids, because then you're going to be more responsible for getting that person to different places. You know what I thought of, and I wish I would have thought of it sooner. But I think we need to play this when Dr. Sheila's on with us. Sheila?
Why is there I can't hear anything.
Oh, you can't hear it?
Nope.
Oh, boo. Well, it's the Sheila song.
The Prince song? Is that Prince?
Is it Prince?
No.
I think it's...
No, I don't think it is.
No. Let me look it up. I just clicked it off. Or someone will tell us. Ready for the World is the name of the band.
It sounded like a Prince song, right?
It's a very Prince-like song, yes.
Same decade, same...
Yep. So make note of that. Next time Dr. Sheila's on, we're going to play Oh Sheila.
I love that.
Yeah. See, Jacinta knows. Ready for the World.
Yeah, Jacinta knows everything today.
Okay, so I thought of other things that Brand Ed should make, action figures. I think a David Mouche action figure would be great. A Mayor Drew Dilkins action figure with, with the bald head, the glasses, suit. I think that would be good. How about that woman who drives the three-wheel bike around downtown with the basket on the back?
Somebody texted us her name earlier, and her family used to own a convenience store, like a variety store on Tecumseh Road.
Oh, really?
Mrs. Bulat.
Mrs. Bulat,
that's the teacher. She used to be a kindergarten teacher, wears like really fancy, funny socks and things in her hair, and very what's the word?
Eccentric?
Yes, that's exactly the word I was thinking of.
Okay.
And her family owned the store in Norman and Tecumseh Road, Bulat's.
Wow. Okay, look at that. That's some,
how about the Bacon Man?
Bacon Man. I mean, I can't believe I forgot that one when we talked about it on the show this morning. Bacon Man's an obvious one. Then I thought maybe like the members of the Tea Party band, they can have one. And then maybe like some buildings. You can make like buildings for the action figures like you used to do with your G.I. Joes, guys. And you have a Caesars Windsor, a City Hall, a WFCU Center, all this stuff. And you can play Windsor. AM800, the blowtorch, 1640 OLED, and then we can play. Oh, there's the mayor. He's going to Caesars to watch the Tea Party play. Oh, he's having fun. Oh, look, we got a little mask for him. Oh yeah, good.
And then I'll come along.
There's Lisa.
Hey, Mike, we're gonna be late for work. We better go to work.
Yeah. Oh my God, it's almost 5 a.m. Yeah, you're telling me it's time for work. Yeah, it's moist in the region. Ha!
You moron, bonk.
All right,
my
good
God.
times. So,
Oh.
Granddad, get on that. There's so much more you can do. Today, also, by the way, is Festivus, the holiday that became very popular from Seinfeld, of course. December 23rd is Festivus. And this whole thing, the whole episode, was conceived from the real Festivus. There was this author and editor, Dan O'Keefe, and his dad celebrated this with his family as early as 1966.
Like it was a real deal.
Yeah, it was a real deal. So he was a writer on Seinfeld. He put it into the show, and for the Costanzas and Frank Costanza, and yeah, since then it's been obviously so popular, and they kind of took the idea from there. It was like a real thing.
I love that. I love that. And then there were feats of strength. That was part of Festivus, right?
Yeah, feats of strength. The airing of grievances, the metal pole instead of a Christmas tree was all part of Festivus.
And I know he said in interviews that, he was kind of happy to move out of the house and leave that. He hated the tradition. But for some reason, his dad, Mr. Costanza.
Yep.
It's funny where they get characters from, and oftentimes it's from somebody they've known in their lives, right?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I mean, the whole show, right? Like conceived by Jerry Seinfeld, Larry David. George is kind of the Larry David based on his character. Kramer is based on a real guy in New York, Kenny Kramer, who did the Kramer reality tour. I don't know if he still does that or not. And I think Elaine was just like, because Elaine was not in the first episode, and after the pilot, the NBC people said, we need a female character. I think we need a female character in there, and they put Elaine in.
Yeah. I mean, could you imagine Seinfeld without Elaine?
No, I mean, great character, and yeah, it's hard to think without that. I mean, that was actually a pretty good move, I think, to add a female character in it, being Julia Louis-Dreyfus.
Yeah, and she's been great. Okay, so Festivus is a real thing. Wow.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. Well, you know what? I want to take this opportunity to thank all of my people who voted for me. To thank all of our listeners for being with us through all of these weird times, right? Our listeners and our viewers here on After 9, like, think about how strange these last 2 years have been. Whoever thought we would be working from home ever, let alone all this time? And, it's been so great that despite how stressful it's been on you and me, because honestly, I've never worked so hard in my life, because to give people the information that comes out every day, sometimes, depending on the time of year, every hour, always changing, big announcements, consistent. And we have to know what we're talking about and choose what we think our listeners would really want to hear and know about. So, I know that you and I have felt like we have to absorb so much and get it right. We have to get it right, and we have to be accurate, and we have to give our listeners the best possible information that we can. And the stress and the pressure that's, I don't know if you feel it too, that's put on us to do that. Oh man, I've really felt it this year, but hopefully we've done a good job for you guys. And hopefully you've been able to put your trust in us that we bring you the most accurate, up-to-date, latest information, real news, not fake news. And also along the way, we've tried to lighten it up a little bit. So it's not all about COVID, although sometimes that's tough.
Yeah. Well said right there. I don't know if I could even add anything to that other than, you got to watch out for fake news, and we do too, right? People will send us stuff, or you'll be looking at the internet, doing a Google search on a topic, and you got to look at reputable websites. And there are a couple out there where you can go and check whether this is reliable information or not. But if you go to a reliable website, watch out for websites you've never heard of. where people will send you to, healthwellness.net, and this doctor said this and that. That's the best way to, indicate whether it's reputable information or not.
That's it. That's it. So a big thank you, big hugs to all of you, and it's my last day today, and I know you're going to be back tomorrow with Leah, and then next week as well. And I'll see you on the 10th of January or something. But
yeah, it's going to be a while.
Yeah, and I really feel that this time of year, especially, that you kind of think of your listeners and your viewers as family. Like, we have our regular people that come on and comment on our After 9 program every day, and on our morning show every day with our texting platform. You really kind of develop a connection with everybody. So thank you for being there for us. Thank you for your feedback, both positive and negative, and we love you guys. We really do.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, especially the After 9 audience, I find very loyal. We see the same names commenting all the time. We love it. And yeah, I mean, if you guys aren't watching and listening, we do not have jobs, and we can't play, pretend action figures and get paid for it.
All right, Mike. Hey, a very Merry Christmas to you too.
You too. Yep. Everybody have a great Christmas. I'll be on tomorrow with Leah, so there is a show tomorrow, apparently, even though I should have the day off, and it should be for Christmas, and it should be off, and nobody's going to be listening anyway, but we'll be on from 5 to 9.
Okay, stay healthy, everybody.
All right. Have a great day, everyone, and a great Christmas.